The clone Xenomorphs appeared in the film Alien Resurrection and were bred aboard the USM Auriga in the year 2381. They were a genetically altered version of the true Xenomorph XX121 that had human spliced DNA in their genetic code, or at least much more than any regular Xenomorph. This occurred due to the fact that they were cloned from biological materials, namely blood found on Fury 161, that had come from Ellen Ripley while she had been host to a larval queen. The clones were almost in every way a true Xenomorph, however they were much softer in terms of their exoskeleton because of this skeleton being at least some percentage chemically similar to human skin, as well as being very physically similar to the classic drones such as their height, build, and clones also had many of the same abilities such as the ability to spit acids at their opponents through their mouths. The clone Xenomorphs were not naturally occurring, but instead the result of the imperfect cloning process performed by the United Systems military on Ellen Ripley's DNA salvaged from Fury 161. The initial 7 attempts at the cloning process resulted in human cross Xenomorph hybrids that were deemed unsuccessful as there was far too much mixing of DNA and a viable Xenomorph specimen could not be obtained. Eventually, after 10 years of work, as of the 8th attempt, they were able to properly separate the DNA to the extent that the 2 separate specimens formed one almost completely human and the other almost completely Xenomorph, but neither were quite pure. A Xenomorph queen was able to be formed separately from another Ripley clone and able to be surgically removed from her, with her surviving the procedure. However, this was most likely due to her possessing some Xenomorph healing capabilities. The USM raised the creature to adulthood and noticed through studies that the creature's genome revealed that the queen had a smaller percentage of hybrid human DNA from her host Ripley, in excess of that compared to the previous true Xenomorph studies. The first queen functioned normally and produced eggs as any other queen before mutating and growing a womb-like organ that produced a strange newborn Xenomorph hybrid. The Xenomorphs that came from the previous Ovomorph eggs were quite similar to the true blue Xenomorphs, however they too were also at least partly hybridized with Ripley's human DNA, which caused the Queen and the Xenomorphs alike to carry a number of particular traits that made them separate from the pure Xenomorphs. The clones had a noticeably green hue to their skin and exoskeletons, and they appeared to have gaps in their exoskeletons where fleshy connective tissues existed, as well as their exoskeleton being much softer than that of the true Xenomorphs. The clones also possessed much flatter ridges on their spines that sat along their lower back and continued down their tails. This gave them a much better ability to travel underwater with greater speeds and efficiency. In terms of physical strength, the clones possessed around the same power as that of a regular Xenomorph. Their growth and breeding times were also slightly reduced, which allowed them to quickly overwhelm the Auriga's human occupants after a small amount of clones were able to escape and quickly assist their queen in laying more eggs and capturing more hosts. The clones also had the ability to telepathically connect to a degree with Ripley 8, the clone of Ripley, and is most likely due to them sharing each other's DNA. The Xenomorphs were able to detect, track, and even spare Ripley 8 when encountering her, and leaving her uncocooned and unharmed within the Queen's chambers, which indicates a massive level of trust that these Xenomorphs had for Ripley 8. Now, whether this was a conscious trust or something that was embedded within their new instinct is not certain. It may even have been that they see Ripley 8 as some sort of queen figure. This could be due to the Xenomorph's ability to be able to inherit genetic memories from their host and queen. However, this is not confirmed. The clones possess an intelligence level that is on par with that of the original Xenomorphs. as well as other highly aggressive cognitive strategies to hunt, lure, and capture their prey. The clones were unique but an oddity to the Xenomorph species, but will most likely never be seen again as the events leading to their creation were quite unique, and it is unlikely that we will ever see another Xenomorph offshoot like the clones, considering they met their tragic end whilst falling through the atmosphere of the Earth, a planet that quite literally could have been their salvation, and the salvation of the Xenomorph species. Did you enjoy this video? What other videos would you guys like to see? If you have any ideas or have any questions you would like answered, please meet me down in the comments section. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and go check out Project ACHERON on Twitter and Discord. And if you would like to support me further, you can become a patron, where you can get access to early and behind the scenes content, as well as the monthly and Alien Day giveaways. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.